No, I had a back spasm which had developed on day 4 in the morning. I think I've narrated that in the documentary as well. There was some foothold which had not been looked after in Sydney. Generally, Sydney is a place where the necessary equipments for the groundsman, everything is a touch slow in Sydney. And they obviously didn't rectify that. And when I put my leg inside that, my back twisted and the leg didn't turn. So obviously I had a massive spasm and I couldn't like bend or get up or anything like that. And surprisingly enough, I went to sleep when I did bowl. When I did bowl after that day with the painkiller, I bowled that day and it seemed fine because the painkiller there was pain, but I was not like in drastic pain or anything. I bowled a 13 or 14 over spell on the trot. And once the spell came to an end is when I started holding my back. It started to like really aggravate. I didn't know I was aggravating it, but the back spasms are funny. So when it starts, when you open up, it feels okay, but then you stop, it can get really worse. And little did I know that when I went to sleep that I would wake up next morning crawling on the floor. I couldn't get up. I was just crawling on the floor. And it was so funny. I've narrated it really properly with the documentary. And I got up and I yelled for my wife. My wife and kids were sleeping in the next room. I yelled for them because I couldn't get up. They came and lifted me. Then I called for the physio. The physio came. Then they put me into the shower. I took a hot shower. I was like literally like this. And I went to the game crawling and I couldn't put my shorts on. My kids and my wife held the shorts. I put it on. I went to the ground and I had a painkiller again. And then the physio did a bit of mobilizations. I stood the entire day because I didn't want to sit and it warmed down. So yeah, there's no courage. After having done all this and get to the ground, it might as well mean something for putting in the effort. So I was just putting in the effort and I think God was very kind.
So would you like to share something about your partnership with Bihari? Like the crucial partnership with Bihari?
Yeah, I think we both got comfortable the instant we went in. We started realizing what problems one another had. He couldn't really come on the front foot that deep for the spinner. Nathan Lyon was bowling a really good spell. He couldn't come forward. He was going back because his hamstring was not okay. When I went in, I couldn't go forward for the fast bowlers. I could only hang back. So I said, we'll try and rotate and see. And I did tell him that I'm okay to play the short ball and get hit. We had constant communication, and after a point of time, I was facing a chunk of Nathan Lyon's deliveries and he was facing the quicks. And then after a while, we decided, okay, maybe they will change ends, and then we changed ends and batted for a couple of overs. So it was good communication, solid communication. At the same time, we were helping one another out. We were so glued in that the entire world seemed like it was blacked out for a long time for us.
So how crucial was the role of the spinners? As you being a spinner, how crucial was the role of spinners during the test?
As in?
How crucial was if compared to pace bowlers and spin bowlers, what do you think, how important spinners' role was during the test?
During the test series?
Yes,
Yeah, the spinner's role must have been pretty good. Yeah. Must have been pretty critical because I knocked over a lot of batsmen in the series.